and a heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha Sharda, thank all of you for watching my videos, for liking the videos, for writing in your comments and your suggestions. Of the suggestions that we got from you, few of them were relating to work. People wanted to know whether they would be doing government jobs, they would be doing services, or they would be going into businesses, and how much or how they could earn. We have been making uh, videos on this series for quite some time now, and we have videos to this effect. If you do go back to our old videos, you will be able to know them fully. Now this video is concentrated on business aspects. So what makes a person move into a business astrologically? Let's check out a few things. We need to check out the planets first. What are the associations of these planets? Saturn is a pivotal role in any work that it gives us, because Saturn gives us physicality. Anything that we need to construct, be it a relationship or be it a business, has to have the blessing of Saturn. Saturn is hard work, and in today's day and time, not that the other days and times were less, but today's day and time, with the competitiveness that we have to work real hard. Jupiter is the one that gives us the idea and the expansion. Jupiter is also money, so it could also be about loans. Jupiter is also about medical work. So somebody can be working in the medical field, like giving advice, or rather somebody could be dealing in surgical goods, which could also have the Mars connection. So we need to see that also. And Mercury is all about trading. So we need, when we are doing, we're talking about Mercury in aspect of business, then trading abilities is something that you get from Mercury. So this is something about the planets. Let us talk about the houses. 1, 10, and 7. 1 is supposed to be very, very strong. Why? Because it's the Lagna, that thing that joins you to the earth. At the cost of being repetitive, I will always say that we need to check up the Lagna, the position of the other planets that we are needing to consider with respect to the Lagna and the Lagnesh, that is the Lord of the Ascendant. If the Lord of the Ascendant is well placed with respect to the houses and the planets that we're talking about, the work happens very smoothly. When we're talking about the seventh house is the house that connects us to the outside world. Houses from 1 to 6 is the houses that joins us to our own selves, be it our family, be it our values, our education, and the 7th from there on joins us to others. So the 1 to 6 is the invisible half, and the 6 to 12 is the visible half. So the 7th house is very important in our conduct of the business. The 10th house is the house of karma, is the pivotal house for everything that we do, and it is very important for it to have certain connections. So far, we have covered the houses and the planets. Now let us look into certain dictums. We need our knowledge, we need our associations with others. So the knowledge is the 5th house and the 9th house, and an association and a flair to put things properly in front of others, that is seen in the 5th house. In-depth knowledge about certain things, an ability to balance and be disciplined about certain things, we get it from the 9th house. Because business of whatever needs a regularity, it needs tradition, in the sense that you need to carry it on for some time in a certain manner, that is seen from the 9th house. So we cover the 5th house and the 9th house, and when this 5th house and the 9th house makes, and the rulers or the rulers of the 5th house and the 9th house make any association, that is they are posited in the 7th house, they are associated with the 7th lord, they aspect the 7th house of the 7th lord, or they are conjunct the 7th house, or in the 7th with the 7th lord, then it is possible for us to do business. Second, we need to see the sun. Sun is an individual in its own right, and is being the biggest planet for us, for our solar system. It definitely does not allow any interference in its own work, and it gives a person a lot of authority. Now when it is posited in the Lagna, such a person would be the one giving authority, giving out the feel of being authoritative, and by no mean feat would be in a position to take orders from others. Such a person would not be able to strive in a job, because then he would not be able to sustain those ordering from others, and will definitely will want to do his or her own business. Saturn in the Lagna, but in the nakshatra of Sun, even if it is debilitated, even if it's in Kritika nakshatra in Aries, then such a person would definitely want to work in his or her own capacity and do a good business. When we see the Kama Trikona, so this is the fourth dictum that we have. When we see the Kama Trikona, 3, 7, and 10. Seventh house I've already told so much about. So let's see the third house. The third house is the house of communication. The third house is the house of trading. The third house is the house of friendships, making contracts, which is if it's very strong in a person's chart, gives a person the ability to do so. And the 11th house, the house of big communications, money, big circles, invention, becoming more and more updated. So this is how, if the Kama Trikona is connected, then such a person will always flow towards doing his or her own work, business. Now, when we talk about the final dictum that we are giving in this video, we're making uh, an understanding in this video is that if the sixth lord, if the seventh lord is in the sixth house, if the seventh lord is in the sixth house, then sixth house, as we know, is the house of caliber, working hard, service. Then the person will be working hard for whom? For his own business. So in such a case, we see that the person is going to work really hard for his own business. Finally, when we're talking about the position of the seventh lord, that gives us a very clear picture as to where the person can earn and from where, what kind of a business a person can do. So let us move ahead and check out. We have covered all these points, and let us move to this chart. This chart has a very funny incidence, so it stuck on to me for quite some time. And when we see the chart, we see that seventh lord is in the seventh house. This person in his studies had ranked on a national level and had wanted to do an internship before he worked for his own company, for his own firm. However, he could not get the desired designation that he was searching for, and finally had to opt out for his own work, for his own company. As a result, he never did any job and moved directly into the business. For him, we see that Jupiter is sitting in the seventh house. It's the seventh lord. Jupiter is aspected by the ninth lord, and Jupiter and the fifth lord, Saturn, is also aspected by Jupiter. Also, the ninth lord in turn also aspects Jupiter. So there's a very strong connect between the ninth house, ninth lord, and Jupiter, which is the seventh lord. And we also see that Jupiter is aspecting the fifth lord. Now, the second point we need to see is that the Kama Trikona, Sun, Jupiter, and Saturn are right there in the Kama Trikona. So the Kama Trikona is very, very effective. So this person has the ability to be to do his work on a big society level. What kind of work can he do? Jupiter is the seventh lord sitting in the seventh house. Apart from being an ace in equities and shares and finance, he also is a one where people come and consult him, and he does consultations, solicits people or to people young and old about the kind of work they should do, or what should be the decisions people can take. All this is something that he's very good at. Let us take now the chart of Warren Buffett. So in Warren Buffett's chart, we see a retrograde Saturn sitting in his Lagna. Definitely not in the nakshatra of Saturn, but there are many other things that would help us understand how it comes to business. Now, don't forget that I told you right at the beginning that Mercury would would be something that would tell us about trading. So you see, he has an exalted Mercury, which is the seventh lord, aspected by the fifth lord Mars from the seventh house, along with the Lagna lord sitting in the Lagna Jupiter. And this Mercury is exalted. So we see that he would be working, doing his own work, and very, very strong at it. Let's not forget that the ninth lord is posited in his own house and he's also very strong there. When we take up the case of Dhirubhai Ambani, when we take up the chart of Dhirubhai Ambani, we see that Sun is placed in the Lagna for this chart. So we know that this person would definitely not be open to taking orders from others. And we see that the fifth lord is posited in the ninth house, aspects from the ninth house, the seventh lord, and Mercury, which is in its own nakshatra, becoming very strong as the seventh lord, is also in the sign of Mars. So we see that two dictums work beautifully in this chart. Talking about the Artha Trikona, the Kama Trikona, let's see the third house. Rahu in the third house aspects the seventh and the 11th house, and Saturn, the ruler of the third house, also aspects the 11th house with its 10th aspects. So it makes the Kama Trikona very, very strong for his chart, giving him the ability to be an ace orator, to keep his words, and to work with big organizations and in partnerships. Finally, when we're talking about the sixth lord in the seventh lord in the sixth house, we take up the chart of Sanjeev Kapoor. Here we see an exchange between the seventh lord and the sixth lord also. So what do we derive of this? We derive of this that this person would have definitely gone into service for some time and then decided to take up his own work, depending on the dasha and antardasha and the transits, which would be the final postman delivering the final results. Now, when we are also concentrating on the seventh lord, we see that the seventh lord here is Mars and aspects the Lagna, so gives him great deal of potential to work for his own business and to do a lot of service to himself. As I said, these are the opportunities available to us. And when do we work out these opportunities? When the dasha and the transit is right, then definitely so many things come up. This is the potential that the chart has, and the dasha and the transit ignite the potential to turn it into a kinetic. So, but the final tuning definitely has to be done by taking the D10 chart into consideration. So we should not forget about taking the D10 chart into consideration. If you want to learn more from us, we have a basic course on astrology in English coming up in the last week of June. If you want to know more about it, you can always visit our website, or you can give us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Do apply this in your charts. Do let us know how it worked out, and write in your suggestions and your comments. Till we meet again, stay safe, keep watching us, and keep subscribing to our videos. Thank you.